Hi, and welcome to Best in Tesla News, episode 109. We finally get to see the production version of the ID Buzz, and SpaceX makes their broomstick fly. And take a listen to this. Tesla triples their sales in China. Tesla is more dominating in the US top 10 list of EVs than ever before, and is now the best-selling EV brand in Europe, and the demand might be going up by 100%. This is nuts. 2022 is gonna be a fun year for Tesla. All this and much more on today's episode. Let's dive right in.
Let's put our living stereo stylus in this groove.
So, the EV market is off to a pretty good start here in 2022, to say the least, and Tesla is, of course, the dominating force. So, if we start by looking at the global plug-in market, well, this chart shows it all. Look at that red spike here. January sales was up 87%. That does, of course, include plug-in hybrids, but they will eventually go away and it will all become BEVs. But the trend is clear as day. Everyone still arguing that the EV will always just stay a niche market are clearly not looking at what is going on right now. The overall plug-in market grew 108% last year, and the big growth is just continuing. And we know China and Europe are pushing hard for the EV future, and they combined stand for about 56% of the entire global car market. So if they go EV, so does the world. And Tesla is, of course, dominating the global plug-in market. The Model Y was in January the best-selling plug-in car in the world with over 32,000 units sold, even beating the car that is the size of Tesla's glove box, the Wuling Mini EV. And the next BEV on the list after the Model Y and the Mini EV is the Tesla Model 3. The only other plug-in on this list that is not a Tesla or Chinese is Volkswagen's ID.4 with 10,000 units. And remember, Tesla is about to turn on 2 new factories that both will only be producing the Tesla Model Y this year. Yep, I think Elon is going to be right on this one. The Model Y will be the best-selling EV in 2022 by revenue. But if we dive into the different markets as well, in the US, Tesla is of course still the dominating force with almost 74% market share in January. According to the car registration data from Experian, some 50,384 electric vehicles were registered in January in the US, which is 62% more than a year ago. The BEV share out of the all-over car market increased in January to 4.3%, which is almost 87% more than a year ago, just like the global plug-in market in January. The report says that 37,162 Teslas were registered during the first month of the year, up 49% year over year. This is more units than any other premium brand, so Tesla has now beaten BMW as the #1 premium brand in the US. BMW comes in second with 30,563 units. So not EV, just overall best-selling premium car brand. And the Austin factory has not even started production yet. And when it comes to the EVs in the US, there is Tesla, then there is Tesla, and then there is Tesla. Here is the top list of best-selling EVs in the country in January. Number 1, the Tesla Model Y, of course, with 18,549 units. Number 2, the Tesla Model 3, with 13,604 units. Number 3, the Tesla Model S, with 3,903 units. Nice to see Tesla has got this one up in production rate, and that it is the third best-selling EV in the US really shows the demand for this insane car despite the high sticker price. And number 4 is the Ford Mustang Mach-E with 2,781 units. Congratulations, Ford, but hard not to point out to all the haters and short sellers that said that this car was eating Tesla's sales and would beat Tesla's Model Y. Well, the Model Y is outselling it almost 7-1. To repeat myself for the 100th time, this is not competition. Even the much cheaper little Nissan Leaf doesn't stand a chance against Tesla here in the US. And just look at GM on this list. Oh wait, no. Oh sorry, they are not on the top 10 list of best-selling EVs in the US. This is so freaking merry embarrassing. And if we take a look at China, we also have some numbers from February that is just astonishing. Remember, there was a Chinese holiday where the factory was shut down, and this was a short month altogether, but Tesla sold 56,515 units in February, which is 209% more than a year ago. 209. I mean, just look at this chart. Tesla tripled their numbers in February from the factory that last year was probably one of the biggest car plants in the world by producing about 470,000 cars, and that factory just more than tripled its sales in February and January. The Shanghai factory has made over 350,000 cars in the last 6 months, so Tesla is already running over 700,000 units per year. And Tesla is of course exporting most of these cars here in the first half of the quarter, but even though the Model Y is still the second best-selling BEV in China, only beaten by the Mini EV. But I think that will change with March numbers that will mostly go towards domestic sales. And even though Tesla still exported most of their cars, 33,315 units to be exact, the Tesla Model Y still also became the best-selling premium SUV in China in February, with about twice as many units sold as the competing models from Mercedes, BMW and Audi. But the ships have finally arrived here in Europe as well. In January, Tesla was pretty much non-existent in Europe, but now the best-selling EV has become once again the Tesla Model 3, number 2 the ID.4, and number 3 the Tesla Model Y. And when it comes to the best-selling EV brand, well, will you look at that? Tesla is leading the board. That has not happened before. Volkswagen managed to keep Tesla behind them for all of 2021 in Europe as the best-selling EV brand. But now they're leading in every way, best-selling model and best-selling brand in Europe. And now they want to start production in Europe. Yeah, it will be a fun year for Tesla. For the German car industry, not so much. And the delivery event at the 22nd of March has been confirmed, so in 9 days the fun begins. So 3 Tesla models in the top 5 best-selling EVs in the US, 2 Tesla models in the top 5 list in Europe, 1 Tesla model in the top 5 list in China. Yeah, the competition is not Ford or GM and so on, it is Chinese, but Tesla still hasn't blinked because of the so-called competition. They're just growing like there's nobody else around. And if you live in the US, Hong Kong or China, I have got a special deal for you, but this is a limited time only, so hurry up if you want this great exclusive deal I have got from Moomoo. Get up to 5 free stock plus an additional guarantee-free new stock. That's pretty cool, right? So how does this work? Well, if you sign up and open a broker's account via Moomoo, you will get 1 free stock with a value of up to $3,500. Complete the minimum net deposit of just $1 and get another free stock also valued up to $3,500 plus additional free share of Neo stock exclusively with my Moomoo link down in the description below. If you have already signed up with my Moomoo link before but have not yet put down the deposit of minimum $1, you can still do that and get the free Neo stock. And on top of all of this, you can also complete a net deposit of $2,000 and then you will get an additional 3 free stocks each with the value of up to $3,500. So combined, you will be able to get 5 free stocks with a combined value of up to $17,500 plus a free Neo stock. The exclusive offer is only until the end of March, so if you want to make use of this offer, hurry up and sign up with my Moomoo link down below. And this will of course also support this channel, so a win-win for the both of us. And we finally get to see the production version of the Volkswagen's ID Buzz. And it did end up fairly close to the look of the concept. The V-shape of the front face did become smaller, and so did the Volkswagen logo as well. I think that's a bit of a shame. I would have loved it to stay as the concept, but actually with an even bigger Volkswagen logo on the nose as the original Buzz had. Now the nose just looks like the nose of the ID4, so a little bit boring, but not too bad. Still a pretty cool looking minibus that is fully electric, so that's cool. We could see in the video InsideEV did, I will leave a link to that down below, that the range said 191 miles with 78% of charge, so that should give it somewhere about 230 miles of range on a full charge. So not bad if that's the case, so maybe an EPA range of a little over 200 miles could be expected. The inside looks very familiar with the same layout as the other IDs. I'm not the biggest fan of that look of the plastic screen with the fake buttons that doesn't light up at night, but there are special features in the design for the Buzz, so that's very nice, so not too bad looking. And there is no update to the software, unfortunately. It is just the same bad software that you have in the ID3 and the ID4, so you know how that is working. So overall, not too bad, not a total Buzz kill, kept it pretty close to the original design outside, not even close to the spacey look inside from the concept, but don't think anyone was really expecting that. But I can't wait to see this one in person though. But if you want to learn more, go check out InsideEV's article and video link down below. And because of the war in the Ukraine, oil prices are rising and the demand for EVs are rising too. Like the demand for EVs was not high enough. And Tesla's orders might have gone up by 100% in the past week. A source familiar with Tesla's order rate said to Electric that the automaker saw an increase of 100% last week, probably because of the rise of gas price, and maybe this will be a more common sight if the price continues to go up. Because even though you think in the US that the prices are high, remember we pay twice the amount here in Denmark, so no wonder EVs are taking off in Europe, right? And just look at this picture of the high US gas prices, with of course a Tesla driving past in the background. Gotta love that. But the high gas prices will probably make many people that were thinking about getting an EV taking the last step. And Tesla is the best EV you can get out there, and Tesla is the one that makes the most. So if you want an EV that you can probably get within a reasonable time frame, in most places, it would probably be a Tesla, but if demand goes up like 100%, well, that can change pretty quickly. Good thing that Tesla will soon start production in 2 new factories, but Tesla did also just raise their prices of the Tesla Model 3 and Y long range to probably help to keep the demand in check so waiting time doesn't blow up. But in addition, buyers can speed up delivery of the Model 3 rear-wheel drive from July or the Model Y long range from December to May by adding the $12,000 full self-driving option. Yes, this will probably bring in a lot more profit for Tesla, and the take rate of the full self-driving package could go up significantly, because this crazy demand for Tesla has also shown in the used car market. The Tesla Model 3 is the one that is being sold the quickest. It is selling twice as fast as the average used car, but there might be many reasons for that, of course, like the director for Car Guru said. If you're looking for a used Audi A4, you have comparable options like the BMW 3 Series, Mercedes-Benz C-Class. If you're looking for a Tesla Model 3, there is no substitute. Demand is outpacing the limited supply. Its range, tech and price point are still unique. Yep, this is also why we continue to see in the used car market in the US that Teslas are being sold at the same price as a new one, or even higher. As Bobby here wrote, my 2020 Model S long range Plus is worth $10,000 more than I paid for it. but I'm not selling. But if people are willing to pay $10,000 or more for a used car, they are probably also willing to pay $12,000 more to get their car earlier, but also get the full self-driving package. Yes, the demand for Tesla is insane, especially because they keep getting better and better and better over time, thanks to frequent over-the-air software updates. This is so much more important than many people think. This is luxury that the others still have to show they can match. Just like Jennifer here wrote on Twitter, she also got a software recall, aka a software update for her Porsche Taycan, but she had to go into the dealers to get it. A great example of the old school luxury, because there is no doubt that the Taycan is a very luxurious car, but old school luxury, like hand-stitched leather and so on. But Tesla is the new kind of luxury, where the car will actually get better and better over time, and all you have to do is just push the download button, not going into the dealership. Who wants to do that anymore? That is not luxury, that is just a pain in the butt. Tesla's homegrown 4680 battery cell is probably a bigger revolution than many things. Now the biggest battery manufacturer in the world is following Tesla's lead. Panasonic has been working on its 4680 battery for about a year and a half, and it has not been easy. According to the executive, the development of the new battery has taken an immense amount of stamina. This was because creating the 4680 battery is not as simple as just enlarging existing cells. They say that changing the entire shape of the cell took considerable nerve, and Panasonic didn't know how they would be received by Tesla. Fortunately for Panasonic, Tesla has reportedly acknowledged Panasonic's work on the 4680 cells. Tesla has reportedly deemed Panasonic's 4680 cells viable, as they meet the level of performance that Tesla is seeking. Overall, the executive explained that Panasonic worked hard in developing the 4680 battery for clients like Tesla is due to the company's belief that the cells themselves have the potential to change the world of transport. If 4680 battery cells becomes successful, they would have a considerable impact on lowering the cost of electric vehicles, and if that happens, electric vehicles adoption would likely increase. We see them as the new path forward. Yes, exactly. And CATL, the world's biggest battery manufacturer, is also making 4680 cells. This is just such a good showcase of Tesla's engineering power and why Tesla need to do what Tesla does. Not like many of the haters have been saying, why should Tesla make the batteries? Just let the battery manufacturer do that. Well, now we see that what Tesla has actually been able to do is make a battery that is both cheaper and better, and all the other battery manufacturers are now following Tesla's lead in battery technology. If this is your way of thinking, let the expert do it and you just stay in your place, you will never have disruption, because that always happens from the outside in. And well, Tesla would never even have started making electric cars in the first place if that should be the case. Let the legacy OEM do that. They are the car experts. Yeah, then we would probably not have had any electric cars yet. Let the battery manufacturer make the batteries. They are the expert. Yeah, then we would never get the batteries to make the EV revolution work. Tesla is pushing them forward. Let Boston Dynamics make robots. They are the robot experts. Let Google make the AI. They are artificial intelligence expert. Yeah, just let Tesla do what Tesla does best, and that is making innovative and disruptive technologies. And let's get our weekly update from the Tesla Giga Factories. That means handing it over to Brian for My Tesla Weekend. Take it away, Brian.
Here we go, Lars. Starting in Shanghai, in the northwest corner, where we just saw some steel being laid down last week, it's already about a third of the way framed up. Down the west central area, we see the frames that had just started last week. Those are about 2/3 done already. In the south end, well, not only are almost all the walls put up, but the roof work continues, and it appears that interior work has commenced. They're fast in Shanghai. In the north central area, where we just seen the footings start last week, we now can see that the footings are done and backfilled, and a slab has been poured. This will also go very quick. The superchargers to the east, they've got their canopy. These will be switched on very soon. In Berlin, the employee parking lot has been mostly paved. The 4680 building is getting some more walls and more roof work, but we're waiting for an interior concrete pour. I don't know what the holdup is there. I'm sure that will start soon. The massive news here is the loading and logistics lot has gotten a ton of pavement, and this is where the new Model Ys will be shipped out from. In Texas, at the south end, where all the pavement appears to be finished, at least for now, we now see 18 supercharger stalls are being placed at the south end of the building. This will make it easier to charge new cars as they come out of the factory. The retaining wall in the northwest corner is expanded and just about done. At the north end of the site, the scaffolding is finally gone, the hole beneath it has been paved over, and most of the walls have been put up. The employee parking lot has gotten a ton of pavement work done. Maybe this is where the Ferris wheel would go for Giga Fest in Texas. I don't know. The roof has gotten a bunch of solar work done. So my question for you guys is, since I'm going to Giga Texas for the grand opening, whether or not I got a ticket, what kind of exclusive Best in Tesla content would you guys like to see for that week?
Yes, let Brian know if you have anything you would like him to check out at the Giga Texas Factory opening party. Thank you so much for the update, Brian. See you next week. And let's squeeze in the last short news topics into this new show. Yes, it's time for the Tesla Shorts. SpaceX trolls Russia in its latest Starlink mission launch. Just listen to this.
Time to let the American broomstick fly and hear the sounds of freedom. LD is go for launch.
Yes, it's time to let the American broomstick fly and hear the sound of freedom. And another 48 Starlink satellites deployed to deliver the freedom of the internet everywhere. And Tesla was recently listed by vehicle valuation and automotive research company Kelley Blue Book as the best overall luxury brand in its 2022 Brand Image Award for the third year in a row. And BMW issues its third recall of close to 1 million ICE cars that could, wait for it, catch fire. No, what, right? That is only EVs that catch fire, right? Well, apparently not. BMW say you can still drive your car, but should immediately find a safe place to pull over and shut down the car and exit the vehicle if you can see or smell smoke. That is probably a good idea no matter what car you drive, but pull over, shut off the engine, and go buy a Tesla. And you have probably wondered if the Model Y fits a pallet jack. And the answer is yes. Yes, it does. And now German politicians are even starting to refer to things that needs to happen fast as Tesla speed. Yes, I hope Germany will take some of Elon's advice of removing some of all these red tape in their country, because Germany has kind of become the laughingstock of the red tape bureaucracy. Or we will probably soon see people start referring to things that are moving slow as German speed. And NIO is test driving the NIO ET7 in China before delivery starts here on the 28th of March, and Jay in Shanghai did actually spot one out in the open. So another luxury EV on the market in China that will be very interesting to follow, because this should be a very good EV. The only thing I don't like about NIO's car here is that they are all equipped with 3 horns.
Triceratops means 3-horned face. Check out my horns.
Not something that adds to its beauty. And Rivian has released its Q4 earnings and confirmed that it has lost $2.4 billion during the last quarter, as it still faced significantly challenge in ramping up production. No surprise there, of course. Rivian confirmed that as of the 8th of March, it has produced only 1,410 vehicles so far in 2022, so still have a long way to go to get to their new target of 25,000 cars here in 2022. So the Rivian stock is down 80% from its peak and losses continues to rise, but I hope they can turn it around like Tesla did back in the days. And the Tesla Model 3 wins Israel's Car of the Year. Congratulations! And both runner-ups were also EVs. And General Motors announced plans to considerably increase its electric vehicles production to accommodate unprecedented demand. They are all just so surprised by the high EV demand. Yeah, Ford and GM have really not been doing their homework, if you ask me. I think most people in the EV community could have told them that if they have just asked. But initially, Cadillac planned to produce 3,200 units of the Lyriq by the end of 2022. Now the plan is to produce 25,000 units of the Lyriq by the end of the year. And production should start by the 21st of March, so at least GM will soon start producing some EVs again. China is going to build the biggest scale of solar and wind power generation capacity in history on the Gobi Desert of 450 gigawatt. Now that is a lot of power. And before we end off with a bit of fun, I just want to give a quick shout out to my newest patrons and members of this YouTube channel. Dave Fred, Mark Miller, Niles Nettleton, Greg Martin, Karen Adams, and Klaus Mausbecher. And I thank you for watching, members Richard Clark, Malcolm Jones, PMAI, Mark Maxfield, Ron Bevans, Michael DeFalco, and Sam Clark. Thank you so much for all your support. I am doing this all by myself, but you guys are all the producers of this new show. Thank you. And a big and special thanks to Supporter of the Week. And this week's winner is Morten Stjernholm. He has been a best in Tesla superhero of mine for the last 9 months. Thank you so much for all your support, Morten. Please contact me on this email down below so I can get your details and send you your free t-shirt or mug of your choice. And let's end off with a bit of fun. And in this serious time we are living in right now, let's cheer up with a little fun shared by connecting the dots. We all need to take a break once in a while. Go out and play. That is all we have time for in this new show. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. It really does help this video out a lot. And if you did like it, maybe you want to consider hitting that subscribe button, notification bell, so you don't miss out on future videos just like this one. If you are already a subscriber, thank you so much for your support. And if you want to support the channel even more, remember you can, for as little as $1, become a patron of this channel and get your shout out on this show. You can also become a member of the YouTube channel to get a shout out and some extra perks. Hit the members button to find out more. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter. I tweet all the news as it comes out and more. And check out the merch store to get some merchandise and support the show. Now it's also possible to support the show without buying anything, becoming a member or a patron. There is a link to a donation options in the show notes. But going forward, I will be making more videos for patrons and members only. And I will give my YouTube members and patrons early access to my videos whenever possible and make my videos ads free for members and patrons only. So don't miss out. And thank you for watching. And until next time, take care out there and be nice.